Hello, welcome to RezoBiz, episode number 13 of the People's Choice build. And this week we'll be working on shaping the neck, shaping braces for the back, putting some frets in the fretboard, and we'll have some choices to make. So stick with me and we'll get these choices made. Hi, I'm Byrl with Byrl Guitars, and welcome to RezoBiz, where everything is greater with a resonator. Alright, so this here represents one of my very favorite parts of the guitar build. Using two of my favorite tools, other than my side bender. I think these are my two favorite tools. I think the side bender wins out though. Bending sides is probably the number one favorite thing that I do, but this is I don't know, this might be the next or just even with it. But we are gonna shave the sides down or shape the braces, and so hang on with me. Let's finish up this back a little bit. I have favorite or least favorite things I like to do when I build guitars, and I have favorite things that I do when I build guitars, and this is definitely up there with the favorite. I love this process. I don't know why. I enjoy doing these first thing in the morning, which is that's not what it is today, but just taking my time and carving these braces down. You didn't use a hand block, and when they work well, when it works well with the application, I really enjoy that in the guitar making. I don't know if that's part of why I enjoy this or not, but it is part of the process that I look forward to. So I got it to the particular size that I want, and now I work from there, and I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear the way it sounds. I can actually feel it. And I take in this information, then I work from this standard size, and I'll adjust it to kind of get to the sound that I want to hear, or as close to it. It won't all be the same. For one, if you haven't been following this video, our series all the way through, when we started, we chose this wood, but I said before, I've never built with this wood before, and so even right now I'm experiencing, just by feeling it like this, going by my thickness that I finished at, you know, I can do the same thickness with mahogany, and when I get to this point, the weight of it, the thickness, just the rigidity of it is just different than what mahogany would be. So I have to adjust accordingly, I guess you'd say. All right, I've been nitpicking it, listening to it. I'm feeling like I like the sound I'm hearing, so I think I'm gonna quit. I'm just gonna clean up some edges. You say, what's this do for the sound? Nothing, I don't think. I think it just does for my peace of mind, just because things are shaped the way I want them. I just try to get everything clean and rounded. I I do always, and I don't know that it helps, I don't know if it makes a difference at all, but I always think about aerodynamics, sound and air. You know, and airflow does have a, because when we make a vibrating sound in here, you're moving the air. So the sound and the air work together, but you know, the sound echoes off of things, and it works. It bounces off of stuff. It does similar things that air does, and so I'm thinking of aerodynamics kind of when I build these guitars. It's funny how much my grandpa Murdoch was a maintenance man, and he was a mechanic, had his own mechanic shop, and his boys learned a lot about mechanics and stuff, and it got passed down, and I did auto body, and I got into, of course, the artsy part of it, the hot rod stuff and restoration, but it's funny how much of that stuff from doing automotive transfers over, and a lot of, you know, aerodynamics is definitely a part of automobiles and the way they're shaped, but it's also the same part of horsepower too, because in performance, because the carburetors and stuff, they talk about smoothing and boring them, and polishing them and all this stuff so that the air would flow smoother, easier, with less restriction. And then I go building instruments, and I have these thoughts in my head, and I do the same thing. I think the same way, and I get a lot of it from, you know, funny enough, I get it from automotive stuff. But yeah, a certain shape to help the aerodynamics or the sound dynamics of the inside of the instrument is what I actually work for. It might sound a little funny, but it's the way I think about it. And I'm just smoothing it up a little bit. Okay, so now I've went ahead and I shaped this. I've got the holes pre-drilled for our sound posts. So when we go to put those in, they're already drilled, because that's a pain in the neck to try to drill those after this is all together. So we got that done. It feels pretty smooth. Might do a little more cleaning up in the little spots. Yeah, let's see, I think I'm real close to, actually, real close to my final, where I want to be. Let's just do a little bit of fine sanding here. It feels pretty good in most of the spots, but it's almost like you can sand it smooth. If you don't put a finish on it, it's almost like you're changing the humidity. Will raise the fibers in the wood or something. It just isn't quite as smooth as it once was. Alright. Now this is the part I really like doing. I enjoy this. I think well, I guess people who've trained me, people I've watched to learn from, they all put their signature, put something somewhere, and so I enjoy getting to put my name on it. And then July of 3rd. Tomorrow's the 4th. 2020. So I put my name on it. I am a Christian, and not every Christian has a life verse, but I wouldn't think you'd have a life verse if you weren't a Christian. So anyhow, I have a life verse, Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. I could actually add another one from Matthew to that. They asked Jesus what the greatest commandment was, and he said to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and thy soul. And so that gave me real solid purpose in my young life when I was a teenager. And that kind of acts as a anchor for me. So I put that with all my guitars, or on all my guitars when I'm signing them. Because I feel like it's putting a little part of me, the core of me, in with the guitar. And believe me, heart and soul goes in building these guitars when I'm doing them. All right, there is, other than we'll have to trim these and get it ready for the back. But, or yeah, the rims of the guitar, the back, to be put on the back of the guitar. But we're not ready for that yet because I got to get those leveled, and this, right when it's ready to receive this, we'll put it up there, get it positioned just right, and mark it. So we're not ready for that yet. So I'm as far as I can go right now on this back, but I think we're coming along good. I'm excited. It just looks super. Very tickled with that. Okay, let's work on this neck a little bit. Let's get this head shaped up the way it should be, and we'll get the thickness of the head also shaped up. The thickness right now is way too much. It's funny, I'm sitting here thinking I'm drawing this out, and as I'm drawing it, I'm realizing I think the shape of the other head would fit on this. And I'm thinking, I better check and make sure I'm putting the right one on here. So right now I just traced out for the Super Sport head, but I don't want to put the wrong one on there, so I better check. Oh. Alright. So we got, yeah, I'm pretty sure that the other head wouldn't fit on there now, but it's funny, I get mixed up doing so many different things. I've always had to reference the notes for each guitar. Of course, that's why we make notes, right? But I feel like I ought to be able to remember, but I don't remember which one I'm supposed to be doing right now, or what. I think I got the right head, but I want to make sure. This thing is really going to be neat. I'm really pleased with the way this is turning out. This has got that nice black stripe in here, and like the color of the wood. This is turned out to be a beautiful neck. It's going to be very neat, very special guitar. Alright, so this week we have a choice to make, and we need to nail this down because to finish this neck out, we gotta, I cut them short so I can put an end cap to cap off the end grain there, and we need to be able to decide what we want to put on the end here. And then what I normally do is I will make whatever I use for this, I also will make the end graft here to match. So if we were to use this Hackberry, then I would use a Hackberry end graft like this. And if you see how this, one of these, there it is, that Hackberry has the black outline with the maple, we could do the same thing. We could put a black edge on it and pinstripe it a little bit right there. Or we could use a maple. Or we could use, and I don't have a piece cut right now, but You know, we could, if you have to imagine, I know I'm holding a fretboard up there, but we could put a black ebony in graft on this, and I have a black ebony cap that we could put on here. So the choice today that we got to make, or this week what we have to make, is what in graft are we gonna, how are we decorating this thing? Are we going to use ebony for the in graft and for this heel cap? Are we going to use a bit of the Hackberry? And I got this piece, has just a neat look to it. I like that dark line across the back. Or this one is maple. It come out of the middle of the neck. We could do a maple in graft, but then it would have just a little bit of that Hackberry and the black trimming. We could put that right there. So we have some choices. And then, like I said, whatever we end up doing for the heel cap, I want to make that match down there too. So there's our choices we have to make this week. All right, so you can see this. I'm going to help you visualize a little bit. There's that way. So that would be the ebony cap. This is the... And of course, I mean, it gets trimmed off and shaped. This is just roughed in, and it's still got a taper a little bit more, but that's the Hackberry. And this is Hackberry also, it's just a different, it's the Hackberry with the black line. I just like that. Then this is Hackberry on the bottom for trimming. That's all you'd see on the edge. And then this would be the flame maple. So there's 4 choices. Alright, I thought I would do a little bit of, see where I can get. I've got my fret. You guys chose natural wood. I've got this flame maple for the frets, and get some of this put in here, but let's see how far I can get with it. I don't have enough, I don't think, to go all the way down the fretboard with it, but you got enough to get kind of close. All right, so I was doing a video on this, but it went bad, so you didn't get to see me finishing it up, which probably didn't need to see it anyhow. I haven't leveled them, but we've got these frets in here, and I was saying in the other video how thankful I am we're not doing wire. I love the inlaid frets much better right now. They look terrible, but they look super good, and they've got the curl in it, so it just adds a little accent to your frets when it's all said and done and finished up, and you can see like the little dark stripes in it. But this is turned out to be really good. Next week I think next week we'll do some shaping of this. We'll smooth this down, shape the fretboard, and prep it for binding. We're gonna have to choose on binding pretty soon too. For a recap and to make plain our choices, this week we have shaped the head a bit. And actually, I mean, it's real close now. I haven't done up in here because we got to get the fretboard on it and do the final shaping. The other thing, I can't really do the final shaping until I have the heel cap on. So that's where we got our choices this week. You have, by the way, if you hear snap crackle pop in the background, happy 4th of July. That's what's going on right now as I'm finishing up this video. We have the Hackberry with the dark line. If you choose this one, then you also get the Hackberry in graft. And this is the Hackberry with the maple and black trim. If you choose this is flame maple. It's just rough sawn. You can see the flame a little bit right there. If you choose the flame maple, it comes with the black trim and Hackberry. And then it also have the flame maple in graft. And then I don't have a piece of in graft for the black right now, but I will if you choose this. If you want a black end cap, then we can get a black in graft for the tail end. All right, so that's choice number 1, and really it's one with either black line or fancy trim. That's Hackberry. 2 is the maple. 3 is the ebony. Then this week also we finished up sanding our braces. We got our back ready to go onto the dobro, except I've got to trim the rims, and I'm not really interested in doing all that until we get our sound holes. There's a big old boob. We get our sound holes finished up, and I'm working on different things for that, but that'll be in a later video. We have frets put into our fretboard, and next week we'll probably do a little shaping. I wanted to say this. I'm going to add this. If you haven't seen it, Jarrett Hall, made by Jarrett Hall, the slide compartment. This is the one that's going to go with this guitar. It's got the Byrl logo in it. This is mine, and I use it. I mean, I just love it for my stuff, and it's easy to keep it all organized. And I like just opening it up and pulling my stuff out rather than having a bag you have to shake it all out of. The other thing is the bag. I usually keep mine in a bag, and the bag will come open in my pocket sometimes, and stuff will fall out in there. So I'm really enjoying it. Well, this is going to go with the guitar, and I'm going to stain it. However we stain this, I might darken the edges a little bit, put a little gloss on it if that's how we go, or matte finish if that's how you go. But I wanted to throw that out there. That's going with this this guitar. You can find these. They will be on my website soon. I'm working on, and it's slow because we got so many different things we're working on, but kind of a gear page on my website, and this will be these will be on there, and you can get them with the Byrl logo, or you can get them without a Byrl logo in case you don't have a Byrl guitar. So that will be available. If you like the video, hit the like button if you would. And if you haven't subscribed and you're enjoying the videos and you want notifications whenever we put a new video up, hit the subscribe button. And then also share it with a friend. And if you're interested in more of what we do at Byrl Guitars, or maybe I could help you with something, there's a contact page on my website, and pictures you can see the different work that we've done. So go to the website, byrlguitars.com, and take a look at us there. Thank you for watching. I'll catch up with you next week.